Welcome to the Jackie Griffin Show. I am so glad to be back with you all again this week. I'm excited also about the fact that we are celebrating moms, and we know that moms make a difference. I hope that you all have gone online to eventbrite.com to register for my seminar and the launching of the Moms Make a Difference movement. We look so forward to seeing you there or here at the Creative Hub on March 21st from 2 to 5 p.m. Today I'm joined on set by, or should I say with, an awesome woman who has more jobs than you can ever know, but as an entrepreneur. God put something in her spirit and she went after it, and she's here to tell her awesome story so that she can empower and encourage you all, you are the mothers, to make a difference. Miss Vonetta Chapman.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
We are so glad that you're here to join us today, and I could read your bio again and again and just be so encouraged by the things that God has led you to do and that you've been faithful in doing those things. So could you just tell us a little bit about Vonetta and where it all began?
Oh, it all began when I was 12. Bells on in Mississippi. Just want to make sure I shout out with the catfish capital of the world.
Oh, I love me some catfish.
But, you know, at 12 years old, my mother and father, she was a mortician, my father a teacher, and they told us we had to learn the value of money. So I chopped cotton at 12 until I was 18. I was working at KFC and chopping cotton in the summer. And, you know, when I tell people that, they were like, chop cotton? Back then in the 70s, 80s, yeah. But it learned me how to budget my money, and I used to buy my brother clothes. When my brother started, we combined and bought my sister clothes. So as an adult, I know how to piece here, piece here, piece here. And it just taught me, you know, the value of respecting that dollar. Not just loving it, just not ashamed to work at the smallest level. You know,
never despising the little things.
The little things, the humble beginning. So that's really how I got started, and from there I just, you know, she's an evangelist in the Church of God in Christ, and we sing everywhere. And then so I wrote my first gospel CD.
Oh.
It was I think it was like in 2002. It was I Chanel. It was just like some uplifting things that God had gave me all night writing and waking up, writing on toilet paper, and I was like, me? And someone, you know, tried to discourage me, like, you from Mississippi, you're not going anywhere.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that's all right. That's okay. You know, I'm still going to do it.
That's right.
And I'm here in Baltimore now.
Awesome.
Some more things.
So tell us about the things that you're doing, one by one. There's so many of them.
Well, when I first moved here, I never thought about coming to Baltimore. And when the Lord put on my heart months before and how it transpired, and I was here, I was like, okay, so what I did. So I picked up my barber license back. And I always loved that. My dad was a part-time barber. And I was like, wow, I want to do that when I grew up. A little girl sitting on the crate sucking her thumb. I never thought it would be. And then here, when I hit my 30s, I went to school. And so I picked that up and became, you know, full-time barber. And God gave me the name Rep Your Grind. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do with that? You know, he was like, start a blog. I'm like, I don't know nothing about blogging. And I remember he brought back to my attention as a little girl, I wanted to be in communications. But I didn't go to college.
Correct.
You know, I had daughters young, and I went to work.
Right.
So I started, and first I wanted to change the name. You know how you know, Rep Your Grind, it don't sound, and
correct.
People was like, the critics was like, God didn't give you that. That sound kind of ghetto. You know, that sound like you from Mississippi. You know how people do.
You always got them critics, huh?
Right. So I tried to change it to something else. It didn't work. So once I came back to Rep Your Grind, I went and got licensed. I got my, and it just took off. And at the beginning, it was just for barber and stylist.
Right.
When people start hearing the name, and they're like, I grind hard. I was like, well, the grind is just for the clipper sound.
Right.
And I thought about it, I said, okay, well, that is people grinding.
Right.
So I said, okay. So I started interviewing models, and then I started interviewing stylists, then I started fashion, then, okay, music people start calling. I was like, oh, okay, this is getting a little big, Lord, I need a little help. You know how you get nervous?
Yes.
Then so from there I started meeting young models that weren't your typical beauty. They weren't the ones that people wanted on their shows. And I said, well, I'm gonna start a modeling agency just for those people that's not the traditional or the models that the industry wants.
Correct.
But there's beauty in all of us.
Yes.
So I named it Plush Modeling Agency, the definition of luxurious. And I started out with 15 beautiful male and female models, and it was good, but then it propelled Rep Your Grind to another level, because I still was interviewing, you know, agencies, and then I started meeting like promoters and fashion coaches and all that. And I was like, okay. So the things kind of slacked down for Plush, so I put it on hold. I didn't stop it. I didn't stop it, y'all. You know, I didn't want to let them know. And so then I was in the city cutting hair, and the Lord said, it's time to move to your own spot. And I'm like, Lord, you know I'm going through something right now. And he was like, it's time to move. And so I moved to my own barbershop in the Phoenix Salon Suites in Catonsville. And so I dubbed that as my Rep Your Grind studio.
Correct.
And then they had Wi-Fi. I didn't have it at the barbershop I was at.
See
so
that?
Like, wow, I could work on it all day. So that's where I am right now. And now with beautiful Jackie, my first online interview, you know, and it's like, wow, me, that same girl that someone said in Mississippi years ago that I wasn't gonna go nowhere.
But God.
But God. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me shout. So yeah, so that's where I am now, and I'm just waiting to see what else God has for me to do.
So your barbershop is really well known in the city. You're getting a lot of customers.
Well, on this side, I am, you know, but now since I was at someone else's,
correct,
well known, he was there
gotcha.
50 years.
Gotcha.
So now coming out on my own, you wouldn't believe coming here to the studio. One of my clients were coming across the street like, I've been looking for you. I was like, thank God.
See there?
And I said, I'll be over there when I get finished. So it's coming along, and I meet a lot of people, and it's just, I guess my countryness is a comfortability.
Correct.
You know, I don't try to be more than what I am, but I just try to be who I am.
Correct.
And who God called me to be is a person that loves people.
Right.
I automatically love them. And sometimes when they leave, I automatically say, I love you. And they be like, I'm like, I love you.
I love you with the love of the Lord. Y'all don't understand, but I love you.
But I love you. I want
right.
everyone to make it, and that's what Rep Your Grind is about. I want you to succeed. If anyone ever told you, like they told me, you from Mississippi, you had 2 kids while you was in high school, you got your GED, and a lot of people in my town didn't even know that. You didn't go to college, you didn't do this, you want to be in communications. You didn't go to college for it, but guess what? I got Rep Your Grind. I do the interviews. And I was like, wait, I'm in communication. And so if there's anyone, female or male, that someone said that too, no, Rep Your Grind here for you. You got something that's positive to help the next generation. I want to hear about you. I want to tell your story. And I always ask them about the obstacles they went through.
Correct.
And how you got over. Because a lot of people have trouble, but they don't know how to get over.
Correct.
Everyone don't know about the Bible, but if someone say, hey, it's in the Word, God can, then they be like, you know what, I ain't never thought about He can. Maybe not today, but when it come back, they be like, I'm going to read it.
Correct, correct. Because God has no respect for a person. No. What He's done for one, well-educated, 50 degrees, and He'll do for that one that don't have any education whatsoever. So He really doesn't have respect for a person. It's the heart of the matter. And if you have it in your heart to do right, and you have that determination that you're going to make it regardless of what obstacles come in your way, God can use you because He knows that you're going to go forth and help others, and that's what you've done. So, and when you say that you were a teen mother, which I know we have some teen mothers out here who probably feel like, well, you know, I done made this mistake. I was asked this question yesterday when I was mentoring some young ladies, and they asked, well, what would you say to teen mothers? What would you say to teen mothers, being that you were one?
Don't give up. You know, regardless to what happened, it happened. The baby is a blessing. Even out of that, you know, the child is still a blessing. Yes. Because there's a reason for all of it. And one thing my mother, you know, she always instilled in us that God knows already. You know, He knows. It's us that we beat ourselves up after we ask Him to forgive us.
Correct.
And even as a young mother, you know, I didn't do everything right.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was growing up too.
Yes.
But when my daughters, I prayed and I just said, Lord, I want my daughters to graduate.
Yes.
And when they graduated, I stood up in church one day and I was just like, I apologize to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was a young mother growing up. And I just want to let mothers that may have them young or in the circumstances, they, you know, look back. Hey, go forward. Teach your child respect is number one. And it's important, regardless, to apologize sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
We're not always right.
That's right.
And when you're a teen mother, you still thinking as a child.
Correct.
You know, and my kids grew up with me, but one thing I can say, they respect me.
Mm-hmm.
And that sometimes that amazes me when people say, you know, your daughters love you.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't always there. My sister helped. And my mother was there, and my father before he passed, they made sure they had things, but I made sure I told them, you can be whatever you want to be.
That's right.
Don't allow nobody to tell you can't be. I've never talked negative to them.
Mm-hmm.
I never cursed them, because you have to realize they're not grown yet.
Mm-hmm.
You can't treat them like you would treat a grown person.
Correct.
Then in turn want them to respect you as the mother and father, because when they get a certain age, they're going to treat you as you treated them.
Correct.
It's coming back.
Correct.
So and what I tell young mothers, be very careful what you put in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you put in is going to come out.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And that's really it. Just try to be the best and pray. I used to pray, Lord, I know I ain't doing this right. Please, I want to be a good mother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want my daughters to make the same mistakes.
Right.
And even if they do, hey, I'm gonna love them because my mother loved me.
Right. Right.
You know.
And that makes a difference.
That makes a difference. And it's just, I thought working was what I was supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I worked 2 or 3 jobs, you know, to make sure they had this, but I missed time.
Correct.
I miss time. Take time with them, talk to them, respect them. Because I had on the blog, parents, you're killing your kids. We are killing our kids. When you don't instill value, you don't instill respect, when you don't instill patience, when you just want to go out and buy them everything time they want it, you are killing them. Because they don't understand it's weight. They will never understand the weight on the Lord. They will never understand to pray. They will never understand that to respect your elders, because you didn't give them respect. In turn, they be in certain situations, they dream shattered, they in prison,
yes.
They murdered, the police. But it goes back, you killing them.
Right.
When you give them negativity, young, doing anything in front of them.
Correct.
And that's what I didn't do. Now, when I used to go to the club and my mom, you know, she was evangelist, I used to tell the kids, I'm going out to my friend's house. Because I didn't want them to say, Mom at the club.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, so it just, they can't go everywhere.
Right.
You know, so that's what I tell the young ladies. Regardless of if he stay or not, it's your responsibility to make sure your children be the best they can be when they grow up.
And as a woman, that's one thing that God had put this Moms Make a Difference movement on my heart. But it's not to discredit men,
right,
or anything, but it's to also just to allow the platform to let women know that if we know our role and if we know how powerful God has made us as women, as mothers, as wives, or significant others, we control the climate in the household. The kids look at us and then they respond to our husbands or significant others based on what they see us doing.
Right.
So we have so much power, and sometimes we think, saying as single mothers, they think, I'm not enough. I don't have enough to make. I don't have enough to make this kid successful. I need a husband or a significant other, or I need their dad to be more involved. So I need to just, stay on him about being. No, you don't need to do that. What you need to do is focus on, first of all, your relationship with God,
right,
and then your relationship with that child, and everything else will fall in place because you have enough. You make a difference,
right.
And so. You made a difference in your daughter's lives regardless of how it came about, and like you said, they respect you because they saw you making a difference and doing all of the right things to try to make their lives better. So what do your daughters think about what you're doing now?
Oh, they love it. They promote me.
Mm-hmm.
My oldest daughter told me last night, because she's a reader. So when I was like checking on my bio, I called her and she like, Mom, I'm going to have to be your PR person.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and my baby girl, she's a mathematician. She's a teacher now.
Awesome.
And she's going back to school to become a full teacher. I don't even know what they call it.
Full-time teacher.
Yeah, full-time
okay.
teacher. And I have a 12-year-old son,
Mm-hmm.
so I know a little bit more, but I have a son now.
Right.
So it's a little different.
It is.
I've never just talked negative to them. And now they be like, Mom, you could do it. Because when I went back to barbering school, if it wasn't for those same two girls I had young, I couldn't work, drive an hour to work, go to barbering school at night, and then drive an hour home if they didn't have my son.
Right.
They watched my son. They were like, Mom, you go, we got him. And I was like, wow. So now they like, Mom, you can do this. You can do this.
That's awesome.
Because I made a promise to them. You know, I told them, you know, it's not for the money. I just want them to see, regardless, you can have what you want when you ask God for it. Faith without works, action. I tell them you got to work for it though. And no matter, the minister at church was saying, they dreams sometimes take a long time.
That's right. That's right.
But if you working, it's coming.
That's right.
And it's like, I wanted to be in communications in high school. I wanted to be on, you know, CNN. Well, I may not be on CNN now, but I have a blog.
That's right.
I'm on with Jackie. And, you know,
there you
so
go.
It's like, you know, it just
it's coming full circle.
Right.
It's
so
coming
like,
full circle.
Well, you can do it. We got your back.
Well, look into the camera and give our viewers all of your information, all your Twitter, your Facebook, how they can get in contact with you, about your blog. And then after you do that, speak your heart to our listening and viewing audience, please.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Vonetta Chapman. I am the CEO of Rep Your Grind blog. That's REPYOGRIND. You can find me at REPYOGRIND.com, and everything else is Rep Your Grind. Twitter, Blog Loving, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on every platform. So like they say, Google me, and you can reach me at, if you just want to talk to me and you have something, you reach repyourgrind@gmail.com. For a Woman's Touch Barbershop, because there's nothing like a woman's touch. She makes sure you clean cut from head to toe. And I'm at the Phoenix Salon Suites in Catonsville, Maryland, Suite 138. That's 6489 Baltimore National Pike, Catonsville, Maryland, 21228. And my number is 443-945-4493. Plus modeling agency is Plush. Modeling agency all together at gmail.com. We right now on pause, but if you want to be a model, I will pick it back up real quickly. And it's so much. Just call me, Vonetta Chapman. I'm also on Facebook under that name, so you can message me. And again, that's repyourgrind.com. If you love what you do and you represent to the fullest, positively, being a GPS for future generations, we want to hear from you. Don't just do it great. You have to represent.
Well, speak your heart.
Regardless of what circumstances you have in life, regardless of what anyone tell you negative, don't take it to heart. Even negativity turns into positivity, because it can propel you and give you that determination to make them out of a liar. Because God said He'll prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. All things work together for good of them that love the Lord and call it to His purpose. And that's what it's all about. If you love something that's positive and you want to make a difference in your community, you don't have to be a celebrity in Hollywood. You don't have to be in New York City. You can be a celebrity in your city, in your state, in your community. You just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons and to bring your community up. We need more people to put a link in the chain to bring out the ones that's underground that have so much potential and so much to offer people. You know, the graveyard is rich because someone killed someone's dream, and they never fulfilled that. So what I tell you is, if you love it, you doing it to be positive. Do it to help someone else that's in the same field you in or a connecting field to live that dream. And that way it continue to grow and grow. And you can be a history maker in the book. They don't have to just look at Martin Luther King. They can look at you, whatever your name is, and you can be a history maker and make a difference in somebody else's life. So just love it and represent it.
Well, Miss Vonetta Chapman, you are definitely representing and making a difference in the lives of many people. And I can just see with your personality that God is going to use you and He's not done with you yet. You are a success story, and I'm so glad you didn't listen to those negative people that came across your life. We'll be right back. And thanks for being on our show today. We'll be right back with the Jackie Griffin Show.